Damn. Well. Beautiful people, best damn nation. It is Wednesday, and you know what time it is. It is the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. My name is Brian Renegade, and with me, I have the best damn crew. First of all, I have the man with the master plan, the ultimate entrepreneur. He is the genie of the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast, the Don of the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. The one and only LP is in the building. Hello, sir.
What's going on? How everybody doing today? Everybody feeling?
Oh, we good, man. Chilling. Me and Chef, man, we out here in Phoenix, brother. It is 115 degrees, and I am feeling each and every one of them. I got my air conditioner on 70, and it is still hot in my house. So whatever I had on earlier, I had to take it off because I won't go sweat throughout this entire show. So you ain't gonna see me sweat.
But shit, 70 still warm.
Yeah, man, it wasn't 15. I don't know if you ever felt that before. It's not that bad. It's like oven hot. You know what I'm saying? Down in the South, you got a little humidity, so you get all swampy and sweaty real quick. But here it's just like it just burned. Everything burned. It burns your skin. Your car is hot. It's a hot outside walk. When you walk outside in your shoes, you feel the road. You can feel the ground. It's hot. You know what I'm saying? But it's beautiful nonetheless. Let me introduce you guys to the master shake maker. This man is a professional chef. He is a culinary delight. We call him Chef Showtime. What's happening?
How you guys doing today?
Oh, man, we good, man. As the old folks say, and as I always say, blessed and highly favored. It's good to see you guys again. Listen, we are on the eve of Money in the Bank. That is going to take precedence over this entire show because we got to talk about it. It was a great event in my eyes. I want to see if you guys had a chance to look at it. And if you did have a chance to break it down, fellas, we do this after every major event. Beautiful people, we got
class.
Shut up! Wow! We going back to school, y'all. We got to give this Money in the Bank a grade. LPZ, I know you watched it. I thought it was a great event all around. What grade would you give this year's Money in the Bank?
I give it a B minus.
Minus? I give it a B minus. Why a B minus, sir?
I mean, for the most part, it was good. It was a good. It's a good pay per view. Don't get me wrong. It was a real good pay per view. I just think most of the outcomes were what everybody could figure out. Like, I knew Seth was going to win. I knew Gunther was going to win. I mean, I thought LA Knight was going to pull it off, but he didn't. But Damian Priest, everybody knew he was going to be him or Damian Priest. Worst case scenario would have been Logan Paul. There was nothing. The only shocking moment was Shayna Baszler turning on Ronda Rousey. That was really the only shocking moment. What else was shocking
about it? We're gonna talk about that too.
I don't think nothing else was like shocking.
Yeah. Man, Chef, you saw this year's Money in the Bank. What grade would you give this year's Money in the Bank?
I give it a B.
A B. All right.
No
Explain, sir.
it could have been way better. Just certain matches was lackluster. It's real boring. So I was like, whatever.
Well, wait a minute. What matches were boring?
Most of them.
Most of them. What's
Most of them.
shit, Louis? Are you Dave Meltzer? Why are you doing most of them? Okay. All right. Well, listen. Let's go over the entire event. I agree with you guys. I would give it a B. I thought it was a decent show. It was pretty good. Let me go out to the Best Damn Nation real quick. Victor Nash off of YouTube, man. Victor gave it a C-. Sheesh. Hard critics in the house. You know what I'm saying? Hard critics. Let me read some more of these comments, man. I see y'all comment off of Facebook. Chef, you look like you lost weight. Been getting it in the gym, sir. Yeah. What sit there, share your dietary secrets.
I cut out soda and been working out lately.
Man, I don't know. I stopped doing soda for a while, but boy, I can't stay away from ginger ale, man. I don't know what it is. It got magical properties. You use ginger ale whenever you get sick. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you thirsty, just to wind down the night. Ginger ale is an all-around beverage. I know it ain't nothing ginger or ale in it.
It's not medicine, okay, black people. It's not.
It is medicine in the black community, and you know that, sir. Ginger ale is used for everything. Ginger ale and crackers can cure everything.
Robitussin cures everything.
You got gout, high blood pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anything you can use ginger ale. You know what I mean? But let's get the money in the bank, fellas. The men's Money in the Bank match was a banker. Let's talk about it. We had Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, LA Knight. Yeah. We had Santos Escobar, Butch, and Damian Priest in this match. I thought that they did a great job, everybody included. It was some spots. I'm sorry. Logan Paul. How could I forget Logan Paul was in this match? Logan Paul took some big bumps, man, and I think he probably took some of the biggest bumps in the match. I know he messed up a spot at the end where he went through a table. They did who was it? Ricochet. Him and Ricochet did a what do you call it? The flip, the Spanish fly. They did a Spanish fly off the ropes through the table. Paul's head went through the table. His back was supposed to go to the table. He went through the table head first. I know he had a headache at least for a good 5 minutes. But yeah, he went through the table head first, man. That was a big bump. But I thought the match was pretty good. LP, talk about some of your favorite moments from that match.
Some of the favorite moments from the match. I mean, I like the way they beat him down. That was
Listen, they gang jumped him for about 10 seconds. They all jumped on him. They looked at Logan Paul. He was like, ring the bell, ding, ding, ding. And then you saw him looking, everybody jumped on Logan Paul and started beating him down. He got initiated that night, Jack. But that was a good moment. What else, LP?
I mean, all in all, I like the way the match flowed. How they kept the number down. I kind of wish it was. I've seen better Money in the Bank matches. I'll say that. I don't think it stands out to being like a top match or nothing like that. With those people in it, I really think they should have got rid of Butch and put Montez Ford in there.
I can't argue with that.
I think that would have spiced it up. I mean, I know Shelton Benjamin don't wrestle no more, but I would have those guys when they're in Money in the Bank, you're gonna see some crazy stuff. But I think Montez could have replaced Escobar or Butch, and I think it would have been a little bit. I think that level would have went up a little more.
Butch was a hometown favorite, man. You didn't think that Butch belonged in that match?
I don't. Hometown favorites don't mean nothing because it wasn't like they did Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico. They cheered for Butch, but they weren't cheering for Butch like like he was Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico or when the was over there. Now, that's something different. They cheer for him, but not like that.
Wasn't like that.
No, nobody care about Bush.
Man, you gotta show my boy Bush some love, man. Don't do Bush like that, Jack.
They try to give him some moments. Like I said, the crowd was that was an interesting crowd. But I just think it was good. I can't think of too many moments that really came out. I think Logan Paul was trying too much to do big spots. It goes back for a bit. All Logan Paul is highlights. Like he's not as good as everybody else gonna start seeing what I see pretty soon. Logan Paul is good, but Logan Paul ain't what everybody make him to be. He just had those big moments. He a glorified stuntman, like Ric Flair said about Nick Foley all those years ago. That's all Logan Paul is.
Well, to be honest with you, in this age of information, man, and the way that we all consume wrestling content, you need to be like that. If you want to stay on top, man, this whole building your star up really depends on how you connect with people. You know what I'm saying? So the best thing for you to do is to do highlights and big spots that, you know what I'm saying, it's going to get you attention from the higher ups and from the fans, man, to be honest with you. But, you know, if you can talk like a guy like LA Knight is a prime example of somebody getting themselves over. He is a self-made man, and when he becomes champion, he will be a self-made champion. LA Knight really shined in the match. The crowd went crazy when his music hit.
Yeah, but I knew they weren't gonna. I told you before, WWE is not gonna push nobody that people want. So the moment that people want LA Knight, he was never gonna win. I don't know if he's gonna get a belt, but LA Knight is like 40, so they can't be waiting. They can't talk about it ain't his time yet. He ain't got that much time. Like, go ahead, this man is 40, so if he gonna do it, give him some kind of belt. He ain't even got to have the main belt. He can take that belt off Austin Theory. Like, give him another belt. Give him any belt. He's gonna bring attention to that belt because Austin Theory ain't done jack. He didn't even have a match in a pay-per-view.
Yeah, he did not. Actually, to be honest with you, Austin Theory has had some pretty good matches. But the thing is, nobody cares. Nobody cares about it. And John Cena was right, man. Like, you got to make people care. Nobody cares about him, man. And I hate to say it, as good as he is, like I keep saying, he needs to join some type of a faction, or he needs to be in some type of team. He has Pretty Deadly helping him out. I'm not sure how much help that's going to be. And that don't make sense. It don't make sense to me. The pairing, you know what I mean? But we'll see. Chef, let's talk about it, man. What were some of your favorite moments from the men's Money in the Bank match?
The entrances.
Oh man, whose interest in particular?
None of them. I like Ricochet. Nah, but I say one of the best parts I liked about the Money in the Bank match was when Ricochet did that 450 splash. One on both of the who was on it? It was I can't remember who was on the ladder. Logan Paul and somebody else was stacked on top of each other.
Oh yeah. That was a big moment. I remember that. You can always count on Ricochet to kind of, do some crazy moments too. He's a highlight king too. But I'm thinking about it. LA Knight had to qualify against Montez Ford in order to be in Money in the Bank. I thought that was unfair for me because I wanted to see Montez Ford get that spot. And I know Montez Ford would have did great if he was in that spot. I don't know when they're going to kind of push him along, but man,
they not. They're not. Because everybody wants it. They're not going to, if you get over organically, I'm telling you, they don't want to push LA Knight, but they ain't gonna have no choice at this point in time. But they are not gonna do it. Even Triple H is like, shut up. Y'all know damn well y'all won't buy the fan. Look at the last couple of times they could have gave the fans what they wanted. Drew McIntyre could have beat Roman. Place would have exploded. Cody could have beat Roman. The place would have exploded. They could have gave Selena Vega that belt even for a little bit. Place would have exploded. Like, what's the last thing that WWE has done that the fans really wanted? I bet you probably can't think of that.
Logan Paul.
The fans ain't want no Logan Paul. None of the fans wanted Logan Paul. You know what I'm saying? He got just bullied his way into and LP, we talked about it when he first came in. He was like, he ain't gonna stay around long. Well, sir, it's been almost 2 years.
I mean, he really, if you really want to be technical, he ain't staying. He just jumping in and out. That's not staying. I said he was not gonna be a regular member on the roster, and he still is not. He got coming up with Ricochet for SummerSlam, and he'll be gone. He popped up. He ain't been around since the last time he wrestled. He popped up a week before Money in the Bank and got in the match. So he is not considered he is not on the roster. No.
Oh man, I thought that it was a really good showing. Everybody had their moments, and of course, Damian Priest ended up pulling off the win and becoming Senior Money in the Bank. I like Damian Priest having the Money in the Bank. I'm not mad at it. I don't disagree with it at all. Because you have to admit that Damian Priest has been consistent. And he's been at the top of the card, or from the middle to the top of the card consistently for a while, man. So Damian Priest winning Money in the Bank, I think that's a real threat to everybody, but it looks like he's going to pretty much try to cash it in on Seth freaking Rollins at the right time. If I'm Damian Priest, I'm cashing it in on Seth Rollins. It would make sense, and it would make his career if he cashed it in on Roman Reigns, to be honest with you, because he's a real threat, and he has the Judgment Day. He has backup. Roman right now is a wounded lion. You know what I'm saying? His pride left him. You know what I mean? And he just kind of, licking his wound. He's an old soldier now out here in these streets.
He should show up on Friday, because I feel like if you got the Money in the Bank, you should be able to float. You shouldn't, because if he's staying on Raw, he's gonna do it on Seth. Like, in order for them to make people think something different, he needs to show up on SmackDown Friday and mess with Roman a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would float around, to be honest with you. And if I'm Judgment Day, it would make the perfect segment of them really just looming around the bloodline, circling them like buzzards. You know what I'm saying? That's what the presence of Judgment Day needs to be. They see the bloodline dying. I think they should be hovering around the bloodline like buzzards. And I think that they should make that change and that transition over to Damian Priest going after Roman Reigns. Why not, man? That would, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to do it big. You've already faced Seth Rollins. You know you can beat Seth Rollins. But if you really want to make a name for yourself, I would go after the big fish while he is, while his family is not around him, protecting him. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be interesting. I want to see what Damian Priest does. He kind of hinted at him cashing it in a couple of times on, recently, especially on Monday, making his presence known around Seth freaking Rollins, man. But we'll see. Let's go over to the women's Money in the Bank match. We had Zelina Vega, Becky Lynch, Zoe Stark, Bayley, Io Sky, and Trish Stratus. Chef, I know you saw it. It was a good match. Don't hate, Chef. Don't hate.
It was not a good match. I already knew that shit was going to happen. Like, that match was just boring. That was one big lackluster of a match.
Okay, I will say some
things. Commercials.
I will say some things about that match. It was they clicked up a lot during the match. You know what I'm saying? It was like two tag teams and then 2 competitors. But it was so weird. And Trish Stratus looked absolutely
So
horrible in the
so
ring. She looked horrible. I would rather, you know what, Trish Stratus is this generation's Mae Young. But Mae Young made everybody look good. Trish Stratus, she don't care about making people look good. She is super sloppy. Everybody has to assist her with her moves. And it is really hard for her to get this thank you, Trish thing over. You know what I'm saying? The best thing she's doing is bringing up young Zoe Stark. But in this match, man, you saw Zoe Stark and Trish Stratus beating up Becky for some strange reason. Why are they still attacking Becky? I don't get it. But they're attacking Becky. And then Bayley and Io Sky started working together until Bayley started being Bayley. Io Sky was climbing to the top, and she pushed the ladder over. Now, I don't know if she saw it or not, but when she pushed the ladder over, that was the betrayal of the damage control. Now, Io Sky ended up pulling off the win. She ended up climbing to the top of the ladder after she handcuffed Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus Bayley and Becky Lynch to the ladder, and she stood on top, grabbed the briefcase. I like Io Sky as Miss Money in the Bank because she is a legitimate threat. LP, what do you think about the girl Io Sky winning Money in the Bank?
I think out of everybody in that match, she should have been the one that won. The only good part of the match was the way she did the little handcuff thing, but everything else, I was dozing off watching the match.
It was not a bathroom match like you and Chef are talking about. I told the bad spots. It was some good spots about the match.
That was a bathroom. That was a drive. Take your kids home and come back match.
Oh man,
that lineup, they got to have better females they could have put in that lineup, and then they could have put Bianca. They could have put a lot of other people in that match versus, who they put in there. Bayley, Io Sky, okay, I get it, but everybody else, even Becky, I can see Becky, but they should have put 3 more different people in there. But like I said, it was what it was. It's gonna be interesting because Io Sky, I don't know if she's gonna keep the belt because I think her and Bayley gonna end up fighting for that not belt, for that case. I don't know if they're gonna push. I don't know if they're gonna do it right because she don't really got no character. Part of the money of the bank that makes it good is having a character, not just walking around the briefcase. Like Io Sky doesn't even talk a whole lot. She don't really, and now she's not in damage. And now her and Damage Control had that beef. Like she's not.
I might have to stop you there because recently we've seen how the fans have interacted and it's been a couple of times. Last night, not last night, but in Money in the Bank, the fans were rooting for Io. In Puerto Rico, the fans went crazy for Io.
In Puerto Rico,
Io has been getting a lot of traction. You got to admit that, LP.
Still don't got no character. My point is she don't got no character.
Right.
Like she's not entertaining to have Money in the Bank. Like she gonna be like, what she gonna say? Ooh, I might catch it in. Ooh, I might catch it in. Like, to be honest, as much as I don't like Trish with that Money in the Bank, she could have really Trish character. She pulled out the old Trish, it could have been interesting. Like even with Becky could be interesting. Io Sky. And damn, she's dope. Don't get me wrong. I think she's probably one of the best wrestlers they got. But she just doesn't have a character to me. I bet you if you did a trivia on the group page, or just in general, who was the last, outside of Liv Morgan, who we know was last year, name the last 5 Money in the Bank female cash-ins. Like, I don't even be remembering them like that. I remember Liv because it just happened last year. But who was it before her? Who was it before that?
It was Oscar.
It was Oscar in 2020. Oscar won in 2020.
Who should do it on Flair?
No. It was remember because Becky gave up her Money in the Bank belt to Oscar had the belt inside of it.
But that was in 2020 though. That
Yeah.
was, the last two, I can't. You know what? I can't really remember.
Camilla.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm trying hard to.
I give you hold on. I give you maybe it's an easier question. We can name all the best men cash-ins all day from Edge, Seth Rollins. That's easy. Name 5 of the best cash-ins female without Liv Morgan, who was last year. I can't even do that.
The best?
Like,
I don't.
you got super excited when it happened.
Nobody.
Nikki ASS or Ash or whatever her damn name. Like,
yeah, Nikki did win. Yep.
She won. Carmella won.
Another one.
Oscar.
I think the last good one to me, well, probably the only one was when what's the girl name? Alexa Bliss, when she did it on I think Ronda Rousey, or it was I think that when Ronda Rousey was fighting old girl, the one used to botch all the time.
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax. And I think when she did that might be the top cash in I can remember. But like the female cash-ins don't have that same energy, so they need to do something to boost it up because most people can't name those cash-ins. It's like then why even have it?
I'm gonna be honest with you, and before I read one of the comments, I'm gonna say this. I personally would love for EO Sky to cash it in on Oscar. I would love to see EO versus Oscar 1-on-1. They've had some interactions, they've had some matches, but I guarantee you, whatever match that card is on, it will be a phenomenal match. Let me go out to the Best Damn Nation, but let me get Chef. You got a comment real quick before I go out to the nation?
I would never want to see EO cash it because on anybody because she was no threat to nobody. They let Liv Morgan do it because she was cute. EO not that cute.
Right.
You know, EO have no chance.
Bailey would have been better with the brief. Let's be honest. Let's all be honest. Like carrying that, cashing it in kind of person. These couple of months teasing Bailey would have been the best fit.
You know what? I'm not mad at that because Bailey does need to do more. She's kind of been in the shadows a little bit of late, not really been in, the main event picture, to be honest with you.
I would have rather see Becky Lynch.
I would rather see Becky. I think Becky would be a legitimate threat. But I think the EO can be a threat. People forget that she was one of the longest reigning NXT women's champions ever.
NXT stuff.
You have to think about it. A lot of the females was hurt when she was a champ. She wasn't beating a lot of people.
Man, y'all better put some respect on EO name, man. She been getting herself over. LP, you had mentioned about the NXT people and which one was going to be a star. EO Sky is a star. She's one of them NXT people that you hated, and she is a star. We're talking about her now.
She done. She ain't done nothing yet. Let's see her do something with the briefcase.
Well, she's competed against Bianca Belair for the women's title. She was tag team women's champion alongside Dakota Kai. She's been in main event pictures.
That female,
it's a validity in what I'm saying. It's a validity.
Okay, is she on Bianca and Becky and Charlotte's level? That when she get there, holla at me. That means she a star. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Whatever. I leave that alone. Let's go out to the Best Damn Nation and see what they saying, man. Victor Nash is on YouTube. He said, "I hope you're not saying that EO is a threat to Rhea."
Who is?
If she play our cards right.
She's never will be a threat.
Rhea would
If she
destroy.
play her cards right, I would want to see Rhea versus Raquel. And then after a match with Raquel, Io Sky just come out of nowhere, moonsault, or catch it in, and then moonsault win.
Raquel-
Moonsault and Rhea gonna catch her. She gonna
I'm just
moonsault.
saying, you gotta
Rhea gonna
soften
catch
the
her
rough a
midair.
little bit. I don't think a fresh Io is going to take out Rhea. But if you need somebody to soften somebody up, I would do it after a match like that. You know what I'm saying?
Another qualification match, then I can see that going on. But Rhea will beat the mess out of. You be pushing that Raquel. Raquel is not ready for nobody. She's not ready for Rhea.
Hey man,
Raquel get Rhea.
Rhea would destroy.
Raquel is the only woman that stood toe to toe with Nia Jax.
So
Nobody else can do that.
Nobody else can do that.
that's because
She
they ain't
was
want to
the
go hurt.
only woman that stood toe to toe with Nia Jax.
I seen Alexa Bliss beat Nia Jax. Calm down. Nia Jax was not all
I'm
of
talking
that.
about matching power for power.
I mean, that Bianca, did she ever face Bianca? Because Bianca would have beat Nia Jax. Powerful power.
No.
No, she did not fight Nia Jackson. I would love to see that. That would be a dream match for me. I would love to see it.
I think Bianca the strongest female. I think she got to be one of the strongest females in WWE.
I agree with you, man. I agree with you. Let me read some more of these comments, man. They said I think that Io Sky should be down in NXT and cash it in on the NXT Women's Champion. I've heard this before. Me and my partner Rio, we was talking about this a little bit earlier. I think that she could go down to NXT, but why? She's already been NXT Women's Champion. It doesn't make sense for her to go down and cash it in on Tiffany Stratton, which I think Tiffany Stratton is going to be a star. You know what I'm saying? Just give her the belt a little bit. She can have a presence like Mandy. And, you know, we'll see. But
I think who's Oscar fighting at SummerSlam? Are they building up for Charlotte, right? Or
they built her and Charlotte. It's going to more than likely it's going to be her, Charlotte, and Bianca. That's what it's going to be.
Triple
threat.
And that is her only chance, and that's when she need to cash it in. She don't need to cash it in no other time because them three gonna beat the hell out of each other, whoever wins. And I think just because, as I told you guys before, only thing Charlotte doing is stat packing. Charlotte will win that belt and then lose it and win it again because she is stat packing her ass off to pass her dad, and she can pass her dad before the middle of next year.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happen. Charlotte gonna win that belt. Charlotte gonna lose that belt, and that'll make Charlotte what number would that make her if she win?
She will be at 15.
No, I got 15. 16.
No, she'll be 15. And then Ric Flair's at 16.
Yeah, 16 right now.
Yeah,
so she's gonna win it and lose it real quick.
Right there, boom.
What? And she's stat packing. Let her stat pack. She is already considered to be the greatest women wrestler ever.
Yeah, by you. You're the only person to say that.
I'm the only opinion that matters.
Ever? Please.
Yeah. Let me go back out to the best damn nation, man. Io needs to get away from Bayley. And I see another comment that says Bayley would definitely mess things up for Io Sky. I definitely agree with that. I think Bayley is going to be somewhat involved with that, but I think Io needs to really just go ahead and cash that thing in, man. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see her and Asuka, and I think that she could be a threat for Rhea Ripley. I don't think like one-on-one straight up she would be a threat to Rhea Ripley, but I think that Io, she keeps doing what she's doing and having these phenomenal matches, which she has not missed a beat. She has been having great matches. You don't agree, Chef? Why are you shaking your head?
I don't like Io. She sucked.
What?
I'd rather see Dakota Kai.
I
The
feel
Golden
I,
Giants hurt right now.
I haven't really seen I haven't seen her nothing go too crazy yet, except for the
Yeah.
one time. The way you talk about it, because you still living in the NXT days, we talking main roster. And NXT stuff don't matter once you go to main roster, you start from scratch.
Hey, look,
So
man.
my eyes, I haven't seen her do too much, but be like just like most of the other females. So that's all I'm saying. This is her chance to show, show everybody that she's that girl. But
All right, so I got a question for you guys. And LP, you said, within the women's and men's matches, they could definitely substitute other wrestlers to make it a little bit better. For the women's division, who do you see as a breakout star? It can be rather old or somebody brand new. But who do you think will be a breakout star outside of the horsewomen and outside of the NXT Black and Gold brand?
not one person that I've seen.
Chance, she can
I
do
mean,
it.
I'm being honest. Every time y'all say certain people from NXT, and then I watch them, like I remember how excited y'all was that Shotzi came out in her tank, and I'm like, okay, then what she do? And then what's the girl that joined AJ Styles and them? Like if y'all was excited when she came.
Yeah, me Chin.
She came twice.
Huh?
She came twice.
Yeah. So I don't see not one female that stands out.
Shit. watch your mouth, Chef. Man, go ahead, FP.
Yeah, I was just saying I haven't seen that one female that's done anything to make you think she's gonna be. Even this new girl that showed up that's hanging around with Trish, she ain't did nothing yet. Like
Zoe's good. She's good, but she need to get away from Trish. She need to get away from Trish.
Well, I think she's going to eventually turn on Trish. I don't see Zoe start sticking around. She has to. I don't know. I think under Trish she's good because she's rolling with a legend, and she's been in pay-per-views, and she's on Monday Night Raw, so she's doing good. She's not doing bad. I think that Zoe Stark just needs to connect with the fans in a different type of way, and I think that right now Zelina Vega has been doing good. People still underestimate her because she's tiny. She's very tiny. But Zelina Vega is a great manager, and I think she's a great speaker. And I love what they're doing with the LWO, which it's getting over with the fans right now. You know what I'm saying? It's getting over with the fans. You know what I'm saying? So
I tell you the last female that I believed in, and after that I said I wasn't gonna believe in no more of these females. I don't care what nobody say. When Lacey Evans had that Southern Belle thing, I think that shit had potential. I don't care what nobody. Lacey Evans, now they got her act like she sorted slaughter or whatever the hell they got going on. But when she was that, she's not the best, but she could have took that Southern Belle thing, and if they would have pushed that thing right, I just knew that was gonna be something. But
let me speak to that real quick because Lacey Evans, I remember I did her the one time I did security for NXT, and that was her last match in NXT. It was her EC3, and a couple more people were moving up the main roster. She still had the Southern Belle thing, and she had presence too, man. And I was working security, so I had to. I was at the barricade at the entranceway, and she came and she had grabbed the other security guard's hand, and he had to help her up to the up the stairs to the ring. And I was like, damn, I wish that was me. But I love that character, man, and she really can go different directions with that character, get under people's skin. I think she really had something with that. I don't know why she changed. I think she should go back to the Southern Belle character and elevate that. You know what I'm saying? Elevate that character. But I don't know what the Sergeant Slaughter salute me thing. If she's making people boo the military, I don't get it. I don't, it's just like, if you're gonna be a bad guy, just be a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? But I think you're right. She might need to go back to the Southern Belle character that made her famous, man. And I want to see more of that woman's right, but for some reason she's gotten worse in the ring. I thought she was going to improve. I haven't seen much improvement in the ring. I've seen her trying to improve her character, but I just need to see more. But Io Sky won. I'm not sure she's going to cash it in. Let's make predictions real quick. LP, who you think Io Sky is going to cash that Money in the Bank briefcase in on?
On Charlotte Flair.
Mm.
SummerSlam when she win.
Okay. Asuka's the champion right now. You think that she's going to cash it in that time on SummerSlam?
You know damn well Charlotte. Charlotte's not going to hang around without a belt. Charlotte going to do that belt. She gonna cash it in.
Okay. All right.
I don't see no other. Rhea can't even get no damn opponents. So I definitely don't see why it would be Rhea.
Oh man, your girl Becky Lynch called a main event groupie the other day. Man.
Yeah, I don't see no other option.
Man, Chef, who do you think Io Sky is going to cash that Money in the Bank briefcase in on?
I have a feeling it's going to be Rhea.
Rhea Ripley. Okay. All right, we'll see.
I can see it being Rhea just to get the belt off of Rhea because Rhea don't want to have it. I don't think Rhea can have the belt. She wanted it before and she got it, but they ain't making her no competition. Like they got her two best competitions on another show. That's Charlotte and Bianca. Like Rhea's over here. Y'all got me over here with these kids, these little kids. She just.
Oh man. Well, look, man. That's going to be interesting to see, man. Real quick, we gotta let Chef go. Chef, real quick, man. Let the people know what you got going on and where can they find you.
I got a lot of work, and more work going on right now. You can find me on Facebook at Dante Carter. You can find me on Twitch at Showtime. You can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, Chef Showtime.
All right. Chef, we do this each and every Wednesday, man. Do you have a word for the beautiful people?
Follow your dreams.
Enough said. That's a great word from your boy, Chef. Showtime. All right, Chef. Let's see. LP. Oh man, the dynamic duo is back in the place to be. Let's go into it, man. Cody Rhodes versus Dominic was a lackluster match. But I will say that old Dom is getting better. He like no other to the point he can't even talk. And the match was Did you like anything about the Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio?
I like when it was over. That was probably. I mean, I had no expectation. I knew how this match was gonna go. I knew Rhea was gonna jump in it. I knew it was gonna be the same old mess. Like to me, this was a filler match just to keep. They steady keeping Cody off of the trail. Roman. It's funny like how nobody noticing Roman probably ain't gonna have a match SummerSlam. He probably gonna have another thing with his cousins or something. I mean, like unless they announce something, one of them gonna challenge him for the belt or something. I know he got a trial coming up Friday, so we'll see how that goes. But he hasn't defended his belt in like 2 months. So and Cody, Now Brock done came back, so Cody and Brock got one more match. That's gonna be SummerSlam. So all this is just to keep eyes off of Roman and it just defeat the purpose of Cody finishing the story and all this kind of bull mess. I am starting to think that Cody gonna be the one to dethrone Roman, but if it don't happen soon, and it's not gonna happen at SummerSlam, I don't even know what's the pay-per-view out of SummerSlam. And like there ain't too many more major pay-per-views for the year out.
Right. I think they got like elimination, no, not elimination chambers. Though. They probably got like TLC, and then they have Survivor Series. I'm not sure if they're going to have anything in October, but it's going to be interesting to see, man. Let's go ahead and get into it since we already talked about, Roman, man. We had the Bloodline Civil War tag team match. The match has always started off slow and stoic. The energy, you could feel the energy in the place. London was the London crowd was all the way into it. I love the back and forth in the match. It told us a great story. At the end of the match, Jey Uso ended up pinning Roman Reigns. Do you understand the implications that has? Roman Reigns has not been pinned since 2019. The man has not been pinned to the mat since 2019. And Jey Uso, who also gave Roman his first loss in WWE, pinned Jey Uso to give him his first pin in 3 years in WWE. Where does that leave the Bloodline? Where is this going? I see a little side eye. You can see a little cracks in the armor of Roman Reigns. He started melting down outside. Oh, what's happening? Started melting down on the outside of the ring. Solo was looking down the side eye like, hey man, you better get it together or I'm gonna leave your ass too. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it real quick. What did you think about the Bloodline Civil War match between the Usos and Solo Sikoa and your tribal chief, Roman Reigns?
Well, first of all, he's not my tribal chief, but I thought it was a good match. It was pretty much what I expected. Was it a great oh my god match? No, but the ending was good. They did a lot of spots, but my biggest issue with the match was there was a lot of no selling in this match. Jay got Samoan Spike and Spirit. He should have been dead. I'm sorry. Like there should have been no other outcome. They should have had the ambulance come out and get him and take his ass off. Not even gonna talk about the countless super kicks. We talked about super kicks and how important they are now. What was another big the double spear? So you get a double spear and you still okay. Like it was too many of those moments. And I get it to get the crowd thinking they was gonna do the 1, 2, 3 and not I really thought Roman when he was gonna pin both of them, I thought they were gonna do that, but I was like, that's gonna be some bull if they do that.
Man, listen. That was one of the spots where I was like, man, they did not do that shit. I was hurt. I was like, man, if he pin both of them and stack them like that, bro. But you mentioned some really great spots, man. The double spear. I love that spot. I think that they should do that from now on. Everybody picks up moves from their mentors, the people who kind of put them on. Cody has the Cody cutter who he got from Randy Orton. He just does it a little different. So that Matt Riddle, he picked up the cutter. You see Seth Rollins and Cody both doing the pedigree, which is a homage to Triple H. Like you just see, everybody does the super kick, so everybody is influenced by Shawn Michaels. And then you see people doing choke slams like The Undertaker. So everybody kind of picks up something from their mentors. And the fact that the Usos did a double spear, I would love to see that more often because that shit, it looked good. It looked good. Also with Roman and Solo, man, the Spike Spear was hot too. I was like, yeah, you're right. He should have been dead after that. You know what I'm saying? You should have been dead. Somebody is running full speed into your chest, crashing into your chest, and spiking your throat. You cannot breathe. Your lungs and throat is jacked up. You know what I'm saying? You right. He shouldn't have been able to get up. But I thought the match was a great storytelling match, man. Where do they go from this? Do you see Jay Uso versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam? Do you see any other opponents outside of the bloodline to challenge Roman Reigns at SummerSlam?
I mean, it got to be somebody. I really think it's gonna be one of them, just because that's the way they're building it. I will say this about Roman: he's not putting nobody else over, but he is putting his family over. So I respect you putting your family over. Yeah, you damn sure putting nobody else over. But yeah, I don't really see nobody else. Nobody else can jump in this storyline right now. This didn't end the storyline. So to throw somebody in the mix, when they threw Cody in the mix, the Usos were worried about their tag belts. So they had this going on. Right now, they're worried about Roman. So you can't throw nobody in until y'all figure out. They're actually writing themselves in kind of some holes because they got to figure all this stuff out.
Right.
Just like the fact KO and Sammy didn't have nobody. They ain't really got nobody looking at them, but they can easily throw somebody at Sammy and KO. They can throw Imperium. They could throw a number of tag teams over there to keep them busy. But like even with the Usos, with the belt still split, that's why they need to split them belts up. Because the Usos don't really have nothing over there after this. So they got to do some changing somewhere, because the stuff is not really adding up for the future. I definitely know they're not going to end the storyline no time soon because everybody knows this is the best thing going. It's the best thing going in wrestling. It's probably one of the best storylines in wrestling history. It will go down debatable as one of the best storylines ever. I don't know what could be in contention, but people always can bring up some good storylines.
I got some. Let's talk about it for a second. I ain't mean to cut you off, but you brought up a good topic. What are some storylines that can compete with the bloodline storylines of all time from everything in wrestling? I would dare say that the Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan beef would be a top one. Macho Man Randy Savage and Elizabeth and their storyline that they had would be a top one. I would say that The Undertaker and Kane being his brother is a top storyline. That's 4. 3, 4. I don't know how to use my fingers. I think it's 3. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Vince McMahon will be a great storyline. And of course, we got to do a little bit of real life in this thing. Matt Hardy and Edge and Lita. That was reality meets storyline in a lot of ways. And I remember when that was happening, that was juicy because that was real pain, man. I was looking at Lita like, ooh, you floozy. But man, that was some good storylines. LP, what do you think of some storylines that can compete with the Bloodline being the top storyline of all time?
I mean, you named a lot of them that I can see debatable. I still think the Bloodline got it over all those. I think the Evolution one when Batista finally turned on Triple H, that was a good moment. When he finally got tired of Triple H doing him like he was doing him, and that was a good moment. I remember getting hyped when he gave Triple H the thumbs down. I try to think of moments that I got like hyped. I was WCW when Sting was doing his "Don't Talk to Nobody," that whole little thing they had going on with that. That was good.
That was weird to me, and I didn't like the Scarecrow at that time, so I couldn't get behind the Sting Scarecrow character, man.
I love that. That was badass when he first get dropped down in the ring, and I mean there's been a lot of great storylines, but I think with this storyline, because with the Bloodline storyline that goes way back to when he first formed the Bloodline, with Jay not wanting to join and all this stuff.
Right.
Then it started going down a little bit. Then you threw Sammy in the mix. Then it spiked right on back up. So then and that never really has been going down since, because even once Sammy got out, you still had this little issue going. So they and when they brought Solo in, that gave more stuff for them to add. I wouldn't be surprised if Roman ended up pulling out some new people, but I want to say that, but I don't want to say that because the roster is too full right now. I really don't think it'll make sense. I think it'll make sense, but it won't make sense. Like, they got enough people right now they're not doing nothing with. So for Roman to bring in 2 more Samoans or something like that, I just kind of think that will be crazy. But the storyline is so good that I think people would go for it if he brought some more people. But I really think you ever seen a show that you love, but it went too many seasons, and then near the end, it was just like, oh my God, why did y'all go this long? Y'all should have ended it. Like, I watched this show called
Walking Dead is one of them.
Yeah, and they got 2 spinoffs now from the Walking Dead show. Like, there's a show I watched called From. If you watch it, it's good. It's I don't know if you heard of it, but From is the bomb.
I was on the From train a whole year ago before anybody even got on. I downloaded the app Epix just to watch that show. I saw the preview of it and I was like, man, this show is good. And listen, I'm gonna let you say your point, and then right after you say your point, I think I'm gonna let you do a little tough. How you feel about tough talk?
On what?
On From.
From. Okay, I might be able to pull it off.
Well, since you can pull it off, man, you know, I hate to put you on the spot like it does, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I've been wanting to do this, and the fans been wanting to hear from the great LP. So, man, beautiful people, prepare yourself for LP's movie Tough Talk.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my
All right, so if we're gonna talk about From, we're gonna talk about some tough talk about From. First of all, if you don't know, From is an amazing show that's about monsters and theories and all kind of crazy stuff. The people that created Lost create this show. If you were a fan of Lost, then you know my pain that I'm about to tell you. Because Lost was one of the best damn shows ever. But after a while, Lost started doing too damn much, from fast forwards and back flats, jumping 2 years, jumping back. And by the end, they wrote themselves in a hole, and then it didn't last. I don't want that to happen to From. From is so good right now. It's only on the 2nd season. From don't need to be no more than 5 seasons. We do not need 36 seasons of From. We do not need like Supernatural and have 16 seasons. Don't get me wrong, I love Supernatural from beginning to end, but they was on for a long damn time. Flash, the TV show, was on too damn long, and the last season was trash. Oh my God, don't get me started on how they did my boy Grant Gustin on the damn TV show Flash. But with From, we only need 5. Some people say 4 seasons of this show, because you gotta start answering damn questions. Stop adding questions every damn week to have something new. Just when I think y'all about to answer something, here come the damn cicadas out of damn nowhere. Then I think you about to do this. Oh, girl wakes up and she's back outside of the damn place. So you cannot do this. Don't keep on adding questions. You got to start answering something. We watch this show religiously, and we can't count on a hand how many questions have actually been answered. Like, we don't know nothing. There ain't not one. If you watch the show, comment. Tell me something that they have answered on this damn show. I'm still in. I'm 100% invested. But if y'all don't start answering damn questions before the damn season 2 end and think, oh, we gonna see y'all in season 3, damn that. Answer at least 2 questions. At least 2. Or you're gonna lose everybody, and you're gonna be like that Lost bull crap, and everybody can be pissed off. We don't want the Sopranos fade to black that had everybody calling the damn cable service because the ending was so damn fucking stupid. Don't do it. My man Boyd, first of all, shout out to Boyd. What's his damn name? I can't remember the actor damn name. I just made a post about him the other day. I forgot his damn name. Give that man his flowers. He is acting his ass off right now. That dude has, and let me tell you something else. That dude been acting like that for a minute. From Romeo and Juliet Dude used to be on Oz. Dude was on. He was on Lost. When he was like, "Where's my son?" He was always. This dude deserves some damn awards for this show from. So again, we don't need 30 damn seasons. 5 seasons. And start answering some damn questions. That's it.
LP, the only question I won't answer is where is the electricity coming from? I can't
You know what happened last time they went digging in that hole trying to find that electricity and at the end well.
Oh man, if you guys haven't had the opportunity to go check out the show from, you can go check it out now. I'm not sure what platforms it's playing on now, but you can do it FX EPIX. You can check it out on there. You can check it out on YouTube. Is it on Hulu, LP?
Nah, it's on. I know it's on Paramount. That's another app. I watched it on Gujara. This is a little note. Go on your internet browser and type in Gujara. I think it's Goojara. No, it's Goojara. It's a website. You can watch our TV shows, our movies. You want to watch them? What's the movie that's out right now? What's the movie in the movie theaters right now? Indiana Jones. Probably by Sweet Indiana Jones. And it don't be no bootleg copy. You remember them bootleg people walking across the screen? Use that site. You can watch any TV show. Cause that's when we don't have Paramount, we'll go right to Gujara, and you can watch any shows on there.
Oh man, look, go check out the show from, man. It's a great show. Thank you, LP, for that tough talk, sir. We've been wanting to hear tough talk from you, man. You know, we're gonna do some more LP Tough Talk movie reviews coming up soon. Maybe you got to go check out the Indiana Jones movie and do a tough talk.
I don't heard too many bad things. We could do one in that Flash movie. Oh my God, I might bust a
All
blood.
right, we talk DC too. DC Marvel. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's no problem.
All right, we'll do a Flash review. I'll let you guys know when that is. Listen, 2 more things I want to talk about real quick. Let me go back to Money in the Bank real quick. We saw Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And the match was going on. It was an average, basic match. Wasn't nothing special about it. But during the match, for some strange reason, Shayna Baszler decided that she wanted to attack Ronda Rousey mid-match and then walked out the ring. Liv and Raquel got the 1, 2, 3, and Ronda Rousey looked perplexed. She didn't know what was happening, what was going on. Monday Night Raw, she came out. She wanted an explanation on why and what happened. And Shayna Baszler came out and said, "I'm going to do what everybody wants you to do, and shut you up because you can't talk." Something like that. I forgot. I messed it up. But anyway, she told her to shut up because nobody wanted to hear her speak. I thought it was pretty brutal because we all know that Ronda Rousey struggles on the microphone. And I think that she had the potential to really connect with people. And I don't know where the disconnect came. Maybe it was just her being handed everything. But it just didn't. I don't know. I think that Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler one-on-one is going to be a good match. We talked about it before, that Shayna Baszler will be the only person that'll give Ronda Rousey a really good match because they can really do some stuff that they like doing. You know, wrestling, they can do some grappling, you know what I'm saying, strikes. I think that'll be a really good match. But I'm actually kind of happy it happened because we need more threats on the show. And Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey are both threats to the women's championship title. LP, what did you think about that whole moment, and how do you feel about Shayna Baszler turning her back on Ronda Rousey?
As I said before, it was one of the most shocking moments of that night. It was one of the most shocking moments ever. I don't think I ever just been seeing a partner. A lot of times you can see it coming. That came out of nowhere. I did not one person know what was going on. From what I understand is Ronda almost done with her contract and Ronda ain't coming back. So Ronda wanted to have she said her last thing she wanted to do was have some matches with Shayna. So I think that's the reason behind it, even though they're not going to come out and say that in the thing. And that makes sense. They're good friends. If she's going to leave, she want to have her last match, a storyline with her. I think that frees up Shayna. That could take. Shayna gonna beat her and beat the hell out of her. She can be off air, and then Shayna can maybe they'll send her to Raw and she can start messing with Rhea, because Shayna and Rhea could be a good match.
Shayna is a real threat. Like people keep forgetting, man. Shayna is a real threat. If she wanted to be, she can be so dangerous. And even Ronda Rousey, if she learned how to talk and get the fans on her side like they once were, I think that Ronda can be a good babyface. She's a better babyface than she is a heel. But Shayna Baszler taking the bad guy route and then making Ronda Rousey the babyface, and them having some knockout, drag out, Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle style matches, I think it'll be really, really good.
See, but the thing with that, you can't make Ronda a babyface. Nobody's gonna be sympathetic to Ronda because don't nobody like Ronda. So I think this is gonna be one of the times where they're gonna cheer no matter what Shayna does. Shayna's gonna be the person they cheer. Nobody's gonna feel bad. Like nobody felt bad for Ronda when it happened. So like people just don't like Ronda. So I know they're gonna try to make her the babyface. I think it's gonna backfire. I just really think that people are gonna be cheering the more Shayna beats her down. Cause look how much everybody cheered her when it happened. Like go back and watch that moment. Yeah. The fans were cheering for that because don't nobody like Ronda. So Ronda definitely needs to go. I don't know what Ronda needs to do. I think she's gonna leave again and talk shit like she did before. But I think she'll come back because it's easy money. She don't really have nothing else going on right now. Like she's not the bad girl from UFC. She's not getting these movie roles and stuff like. One time she was in Fast and the Furious. She was in the Expendables. She was in all these movies because she was the badass Ronda Rousey. So now she can't go back to UFC because everybody know what happened the last time she tried that. So why not go back to WWE and get these quick checks? So I think she's gonna be back again. She don't care about wrestling. I mean, let's be honest. She's not I say the same thing about Logan Paul. Logan Paul does do a little bit more, act like he cares, but they don't care. They're not wrestlers. They just want the easy money. Brock, even though he don't care like he used to, Brock put in his time. Like Brock was a wrestler for years. Like Brock was a beast when he first came. These other people just show up. That's why I think a lot of fans why they flipped on Ronda, because Ronda did get thrown in. She got thrown directly into WrestleMania, if I'm not mistaken, even though it was a mixed gender match. Thrown straight in. I get that because that was a celebrity match. Mm-hmm. But then y'all try to put her on the main roster and you think people are going to care. And I say the same thing about Logan Paul. If Logan Paul was thrown into the main roster, that's why people are not gonna embrace him like that, because number one, he's horrible on the mic. But they're not gonna never. You got to put in that time, man. Don't nobody like no wrestler that's given. That's why they don't like your boy Austin Theory, because everybody knows Vince, regardless of whatever Austin did, Vince was pushing him hard, and that's why people hated John Cena. When they hated John Cena, they hated him because that's why I hated him. I used to be a big John Cena fan, quiet as kept. People may not know this. When John Cena was first coming out, when he didn't make WrestleMania and he was rapping to the cutout of Jay-Z and Fabulous, like I was when he used to rap in the ring and talk trash. Yo, he used to say stuff. They used to cut it. They wouldn't let it air. I remember he said something about John Ritter. John Cena was but then they started giving John Cena everything, man, and it made me hate him. I would love to meet him and tell him, like, this is why I hate you. Like, I would literally tell him, like, bro, like, I was such a big John Cena fan, but they were trying to force you down my throat. And then I just won't. Hell, I was about to buy the damn album. Even like, I was really vibing with Cena, but don't nobody like those kind of people. So when they doing that to people, that's why it's not working now, and that's why Logan Paul can never be a regular on the roster, because for one of your prick. But wrestlers supposed to look at all the wrestlers that we love. They all earn them spots. CM Punk was riding on the side of the car when John Cena came in, for WrestleMania, you can look back. Zack Ryder was in the Spirit Squad, like he did. You could see them setting up rings. A lot of them. Shayna Baszler said that she used to be setting up rings and doing other stuff just to get her foot in the door. Hell, look at Mr. Everything. Look how much stuff he does if he ever gets his moment. He earned it because he's been buzzing his butt. And here comes this guy show up. I'm Logan Paul, internet guy. Okay, here you go, title shot.
Right.
What? So yeah, that's how people always gonna be like that.
You just mentioned John Cena a few minutes ago, and that was one of the big moments of Money in the Bank when John Cena showed up out of nowhere. And you're right, John Cena was being forced down people's throat at a certain period of time, but you have to admit that there's always a smile that comes across your face whenever John Cena comes in, unannounced or announced. But the fans turned it on his head. John Cena was legitimately smitten. There is no other environment like the WWE. I don't care how many movies he's made. He's a big movie star. He will never get over the feeling of coming outside of the ramp with his music hitting and then thousands of people screaming for John Cena. You know what I'm saying? So he noticed, he was like, usually you guys sing John Cena sucks there, but you guys turned it around on his head. And that was an appreciation from an OG saying, hey, things are changing around. John Cena, I don't think people are going to start singing John Cena sucks during his music anymore. I wish that people would stop doing that to Kurt Angle and saying you suck. That's the dumbest damn thing I've ever seen. You go and then for Kurt to accept it. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I'm gonna just be serenaded by everybody and saying you suck. You know what I'm saying? If I was Kurt Angle, I probably would have turned that on his head and started telling other people that they suck. I think he did it at some points, but man, it was good to see OG get his flowers, man. And then Grayson Waller came down. You can tell that Grayson Waller definitely had some influence of John Cena in him. You know what I'm saying? Both him and Austin Theory are the same. So
he's been hurt. That's why he hasn't been wrestling, but I think he's good, man.
Yeah, he's been hurt, but he's legitimately really good. I don't know if you've ever seen him wrestle, but he's really good.
Now, I know his leg was broke. It was something. Because if you notice when he came in the ring, he kind of did something with his leg. I guess he was letting people know like he ain't hurt no more. But yeah, that's why he hasn't been wrestling.
Honestly, I think that a team of Grayson Waller and Austin Theory would be really good. I think that they would be really brash and they would be good. And honestly, if you put Austin Theory, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory, Logan Paul, and Grayson Waller together, they would make a great team. They would piss everybody off, but they would make a great team. You know what I'm saying?
They definitely would do that. They definitely piss everybody off. I'll tell you that.
Oh man. Well, listen. One more thing I want to talk about before we ended up leaving. Little Uzi Vert has now made a new song called Nakamura. LP, have you heard it?
No, I heard Wade Barrett talking about it, and other than that, I didn't know nothing about it.
I shared it on the BD Wrestling Podcast page on Facebook. If you get a chance, go check it out. And it's on YouTube. Little Uzi Vert has a song called Nakamura. He pretty much just ripped off the whole song and put his vocals over top of it. He sounds horrible singing, but just in general that he has influence from Nakamura and the song. I'm an old head. I'm an old hip hop head. I'm an old Motown head. I love me some Rick James. And, I'm not a big Little Uzi Vert fan at all. But I must admit that the song does sound pretty hot. And at some point, I can see Nakamura adapting to that new version and doing, having Little Uzi Vert bring him in, and also, just switching that to his main entrance theme song. The song is pretty dope. I like it because I'm a wrestling fan. Other than that, if I heard it for the first time, I'm like, what the hell is this? But I can definitely see that being a crowd song. I can definitely see that being a festival song. I can definitely see that being a big venue song because Shinsuke Nakamura, everybody sings his song whenever he goes to any venue. So I'm pretty sure with Uzi Vert having a Nakamura song, when people do have it, I think it's going to be pretty big, man. So LP, if you haven't had a chance, go check it out. It's called Nakamura by Little Uzi Vert. I would play you a clip, but I don't want to get flagged.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I've actually said a long time ago that some rappers need to do some songs over. I thought his intro and
Seth
AJ
Rollins.
song, AJ Styles instrumentals are good rap instrumentals, and I was like, I know you remember I forgot the name of the album, but when they had Run DMC, did DX, all the different artists did different wrestling. They came out with that CD. Like the WWE don't do nothing like that no more. Like they really want to start bringing stuff back to the product with these new age rappers, even though they all trash. But they easily could do an album like that now, and it would really work. And I don't know why they don't do a lot of the stuff they used to do, but that's easy. That's easy money right now. Get some. You get Drake to rap off of Seth Rollins instrumental. Man, come on, man, come on. That's you get a couple of big name artists. Even not even the super big name. You can get like Little Uzi Vert. He's known, but to me, he's not a big name unless you're a teenager in your early 20s most of the time. But there's a lot of those artists that if you put them with like some of these instruments, like Cody, I don't know, Cody Rhodes, you can make any of it work if you're a good person. But like Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar, you can do some crazy stuff. And like I don't know when they're gonna do it or why nobody else is saying, hey man, we should bring this back. Because I had that album. That and DX, they used that Run DMC intro for a good minute.
Yeah, they did. The Undertaker also had Limp Bizkit rolling for his music for a while. Keep rolling. Yeah, that was dope. And you're right. I would love to see that, man. And more rappers do more stuff. I think that's more of an AEW thing. They've been more they've embraced the hip hop community a lot more than the WWE has.
It's gonna pay off. It's gonna start paying off. Those one guys, I don't even know their name because I don't know a lot of the AEW guys on there. I think the shotguns or the gunshots or something. They got one of the dopest entrances ever when the camera pans around them and they be shooting like I can't think of the name. But yes. Yeah. But that stuff right there, AEW, I'm telling you, AEW is making some smart moves. That game that came out is becoming real popular. I mean, people are nitpicking about graphics and stuff like that, but that AEW game is a lot like they based it kind of on the old No Mercy. If you know wrestling game, No Mercy was the greatest wrestling game of all time. So they used a lot of the mechanics and stuff from that on that new game. Like I'm gonna buy that game. I'm not gonna know who everybody is on it because I just know a lot of the regular people. Right. I know enough characters on AEW to enjoy the game, but I'm definitely gonna try that game out.
I've seen it, and I've seen the arcade mode to this game, and this is good because I did want to talk about that a little bit. AEW's game Fight Forever. We've been hearing a lot of good reviews from it, and a lot of people say the game is genuinely fun. And like you just said, it's based off of the No Mercy game, which a lot of people absolutely loves. But I saw that some of the arcade games that they have on there, and it looks like a really fun game. You're right, LP. I would take the time to invest in it and play it and just see if I like it. I know one of my favorite games, and I'm a WWE 2K fan. So the last one that I really loved was 2K19, and I play that religiously. I have the 2022. I haven't got the brand new one, but I just like the mechanics on there, and I've already had my builder characters, and I've invested so much time into building my characters into mega stars and monsters. So it's going, for me to do it on a brand new game, I would love to see, how the Fight Forever game compares to the gameplay for the 2K games, I think it's going to be completely different. But like we said, a lot of people are liking it, man. Are you hearing any bad reviews from the game, LP?
I know I've seen some people complain about the graphics. This little nitpicky stuff, but for the most part, I mainly heard positive. When people complain about the graphics, I'm like, go back and look at No Mercy. Them some bad graphics, but I still will play that game in a heartbeat. I got it. I got all my old games. Like I'll play it in a minute. I teach my nephews how to play it. So, right. But yeah, that's really the only main thing I've really been hearing. I'm pretty sure there could be some more, but most of the reviews I watched, everybody says it's a fun game, and that's what you want to hear. Fun. To me, what video games, you want it to be fun at the end of the day, not so competitive and, old school. You remember getting your boys together and everybody got a joystick and you're playing, So now you can do that online, but to me, it ain't nothing like having everybody in the house, playing like we pull out the old stuff in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
I'm definitely gonna see how. Hopefully, it ain't too expensive, but I'm still gonna. I'll let everybody know whenever I buy it and learn it. Maybe you say you got the old 2K. Maybe we start doing some stuff where we do online stuff and have some of the nations that may have those games. We might can work something out, do something like that. It'd be fun.
You know what? We can do that, man. We already got the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast Twitch page, man. So I'm with it. If you guys want to get together and play some games, old school games. I would love to play some of the old school games, man. Maybe some old Tecmo Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Go a little bit out and play some old school WWE games, man. I would love that. I don't know too many people that play though, so that'll be good, and the fans can watch us play on that channel. I would love that. We can set something up like that, LPZ.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, man. That'll give me an excuse because usually I don't play my games, but I'm like, hey man, I got to show love to the Best Damn Nation, so I can talk to my old lady about giving me about a good hour or two to play the game. That'd be good. She ain't gonna bother me. She'll be all right. Oh man, that's awesome. Well, look, beautiful people, we've enjoyed you. We can't hold you any longer. LP, tell the beautiful people what you got going on and where can they find you.
As always, check me out on Instagram. One Click Photography Shoots, and you see all the upcoming photo shoots, fashion shows, all that good stuff. You can check it out right there.
Oh man, that's good, man. My name is Brian Renegade. You can catch me on all platforms at Brian Renegade. Check me out, see what I got going on. LP, I wanted to talk to Mr. Everything about this. I just put a little gym together, man. I ain't got any yet. I've been putting it together. But it's starting to look good in there. And I got me some boxing equipment, nice boxing bag and a speed bag. So, I'm trying to cut weight within the next 2 months or so. You know what I'm saying? You looking like Bobby Lashley out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get it in, Jack.
Okay.
Yeah, man, cause working from home, bro, you try to kind of pack it on a little bit. What I mean? I'm getting a little older. I can't be doing that.
Yeah, I know all about that.
Yeah, man. So I got to get my body moving because like I said, when you work from home and you ain't been working out like you supposed to, and you wake up in the morning and turn the wrong way, and you get a Charlie horse in your side, it's just Maybe you try to move around to shift it. Yeah, when you start getting old, you feel everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. But thank you for that. But yeah, you guys can check me out on all platforms at Brian Renegade. And if you want to support the show, like I know you do, and like you always do, you can go to our social medias. You can go to our Instagram at the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. You can go to our Facebook group at the Best Damn Wrestling Nation. You can visit our Facebook page at the BD Wrestling Podcast, where we have all of our content. You can visit our Twitter at Best Damn Crew. You can visit us on Twitch, where we're going to start gaming at the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. And you can visit our TikTok at Best damn wrestling podcast. And if you want to support the show, well, the only thing that you have to do is go to our Patreon, www.patreon.com/the best damn wrestling podcast. For as low as $5, 5 phalanges. You can get all kind of goodies. You can get hats, you can get cups, mugs, all kind of stuff, all kind of goodies for your pleasure. Man, I went to Arby's today to get me a little sandwich. I had $5. I was like, I'm gonna spend this $5 on something. I went to Arby's, ain't nothing on the menu was $5. What happened to the dollar menu? They got them sliders, little nasty sliders. I'm like, man, you used to be able to get a fries, some drink, a sandwich, maybe a toy. You can't do that no more. But if you go to the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast, you can get hats, mugs, shirts, shoulder shrugs, all kind of stuff, even hugs for $5. So join the Best Damn Nation, man. Support what your boys got going on. You can check us out. We got more interviews coming for you. We had a great interview with Jake Logan last weekend, man. That got kind of spicy. Got kind of heated up. LP, you missed it. You missed something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is about Mr. Everything. He got beef with all the wrestlers that come on here. He got a beef with everybody. I'm like, hey man, just be civil. You know what I'm saying? But it's that challenger mentality, man. Mr. Everything. He like a lion, man. This my domain. Rawr. You know what I'm saying? But check that out with the great Jake Logan, man. Was a great interview. And we got some more stuff for you, man. Check out our stuff. We got interviews with EC3. We got interviews with Gangrel. We got interviews with Ricky Morton. We got interviews with the great Ron Simmons. Damn! We got more coming for you. More coming for you, man. So visit our social medias and visit our Patreon to support the boys and to support the show. LPZ, we do this each and every week. Chef just gave it to us a little bit earlier, man. Do you have a word of motivation? A prophecy of sorts? A word from within or a word from above that you can share with the beautiful people? Do you have a final word for the best damn nation?
I think I said, if you're not happy in any situation, then just leave. And keep it simple.
Yeah. Pick and choose. Some situations leaving might be worse than naturally staying there. But yeah, pick and choose. Pick and choose. But yeah, ultimately, if you are not happy, you owe it to yourself to have some sort of happiness, depending on how you describe happy. Know what is for you and what is not for you. You know what I'm saying? Trust your gut, put yourself first, and put God first in your life. Ain't that right, LPZ?
Yep, that's definitely right.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't happy, get your ass out of there. That's what LP say. If you ain't happy, get your ass out of there. Oh man, that's a good word from your boy, LP, the Dawn. I think my final word would be, I'm gonna have to go outside of myself. I give nice quotes. I kind of freestyle a lot of the quotes that I have. They kind of come through me, and I just feel like you guys need to hear it. But this one I picked up from the great Nelson Mandela. It says, a winner is a dreamer who never gives up. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. LP, how many times have you thought about an event or something that you wanted to have? You're a photographer, so you come up with stuff all the time, right? You vision it, and then you put it to practice, and then you start working on it, right? Talk about that process real quick.
Most of the time, if I have an idea, first I sketch it, I write it down, and then I start looking at everything it's going to take for me to make it happen. And then once I know that I can make it happen, I just start chopping it down like that.
There you go. So if you got an idea, if you got a dream, the first thing you did was sketch it out, write it down. Write down what you want to do so you can see the words. And then once you see the words, figure out how you can make it happen. I don't care what your situation is. I've done some great things when I was broke. Some of the best things I've ever done in my life was when I was broke. You know what I'm saying? So don't let that stop you, because you can always find a way and find a resource. I remember one time I had a photo shoot. I had an hour to do it. I ain't had no idea what I was going to do. I ended up getting a plane and a Dalmatian Great Dane for my shoot within an hour. A private airplane. You can make anything happen if you put your damn mind to it. So a winner is a dreamer who never gives up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dreams, because we need our dreams to keep us alive. We need creativity and for us to be able to create things in order for us to produce something in this world. My whole goal is to leave this world better than what it was I came into it. And I know that is an impossible task, but at least what I can do is touch the people in my life that care about me and I care about them, and I can make them smile, or I can make their day better, or I can give them a piece of advice that will change their life if they accept it. But a winner is a dreamer who never gives up. So don't give up on your dream. LP, you echo this every week, damn near. Don't give up on your dream, because your dream won't give up on you. That was a great word from your boy, Brian Renegade. LP, did you like that word, sir?
Oh yeah, that was a good one. I like.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I get my pastoral on every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Try to give a good word to the beautiful people, man. Give them something to move on through the week. You know, it's a tough week. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody went to church. Don't worry about it. I went for you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, believe in yourself and believe in your abilities. Best damn nation. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. This podcast was an idea. I came to the fellas of the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast, like, y'all want to do a podcast? They was like, yeah. I was like, all right, let's figure out how to do it. And since the inception of the podcast, we now have over 1.7 million impressions online. We're on 15 different platforms. We have 10 different countries that listen to us faithfully. Shout out to Brussels. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Australia. They love your boys down in Australia. Shout out to Mexico. They love your boys down in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? You know who consumes the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast the most, LP?
Who's that?
Aiden, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
They love your boys down there in Aiden. Shout out to Aiden. You know what I'm saying? Spain and Portugal. We got listeners all over the world, Jack. So we growing this thing to keep on supporting your boys, because we need you. It's Team of Us. That's my new theme for this year, LP. You got resources, use your resources. Team of Us.
Yep.
That's what it is. All right, beautiful people. Thank you for joining us. LP, sir, you are a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday like you always do, my friend.
No problem.
Beautiful people, we will see you next week on the next Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. Beautiful people, we bid you adieu.
Bye bye, bitch.